Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to dive in what is going to be the craziness of all the transactions for my sinking funds, savings tracker, and my 2-page credit card log. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, so here we go. This is what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do is kind of dive in deep on what the numbers look like right now and close out the sinking funds and savings tracker. And the only reason I'm doing this is because, well, savings tracker is going to be really easy because I'm not really contributing anything to it this time because of Christmas and holidays and all the fun stuff we could be doing. And this is the time of year I just want to enjoy the income that we have. And so we don't go way overboard, but anything that I could have put into savings, I'm going to hold off a little bit till after the first of the year. And that money is actually going to go probably to the credit card log because, yeah, we just can't stop using it. It's intentional spending, but at the same time, we're like using it to get things early and things like that. So far, I made large enough payments on there that I don't have any interest coming on, but we do still have to pay it. And it is starting to get in the range where I can't say we're completely consumer debt free because of that. But at the same time, we can get it paid off fairly quickly. So I'm not too concerned about that. Sinking funds, we're going to do some adjustments because I'm using all but $50 in my Christmas fund. Orcan came out. I got to do the Disney Plus, or I did the Disney Plus, and I paid some hotel stuff recently for last, I think it was November 7th when we were in North Carolina, actually the night of the 6th, and stayed a night in a hotel. We had 2 rooms for all 4 adults and just whatever rooms we could get. And so we stayed in a hotel, spoke at my parents' church, and then drove home and all the things. So yeah, we have all this stuff right here to go through, and this is the math I got to be the most careful with. And I don't know if the number's going to come out right because I haven't pre-done them, but I do know the number I ultimately need moving forward into December. So that's the number we're going to rely on. So let's go ahead and pop these pages out, zoom in so you can see what I'm doing, and we'll just go through all the numbers and see what the sinking funds looks like, because that's mostly what this is going to talk about. Not so much in the savings, but then I'll go over what we did Christmas spending for, for the credit card. And a lot of the Christmas here is actually going to go to the credit card. So it's just moving money around. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So sinking funds. Sinking funds are amazing. It's a way of paying for things and putting money away for savings to pay for things that are like once a year or occasional or holidays or birthdays or whatever you want to do during certain times of the year, and things that just pop up and sometimes you just forget all about it. Like I knew Disney Plus come out in November. I didn't know what date, and it actually did. Now here it says $64.13 is what I'm taking out of the sinking funds. I didn't quite fund it enough this year, and that's okay. And it actually was $79.99. So I just, out of our regular pay, we will pay the difference, and then I readjusted for next year for the $79.99, and hopefully I put enough aside for that. So let's see what this one says. 6.67 times 12, it gives us $80. So that's just enough to cover with a few pennies to cover Disney Plus. It did go up $10 this year. They're giving a lot of great content, but man, that's an expensive annual cost. And I pay it annually because usually it's a little bit cheaper than paying it monthly. So if your monthly went up, multiply that by 12 and then figure out what the annually is. And if you can save 10, 12 bucks, I think last year it was $13 or more. I definitely would do the annual just because I can create a sinking fund and then just have it come out on a credit card and then pay the credit card right away from the sinking fund, which is basically a savings account within the same bank that has the credit card. And I just pay it right away. So that really makes it transferring funds easier into that account. So first one I have here that we're going to do, no calculator necessary, at least I hope I can add 21 plus 10, is Amazon Prime. It came out in September, so I do $10 a month. Even though it's $119, it gives me an extra $1. It just kind of floats into the sinking funds if it needs to go to another category. So nothing was taken out. Obviously, it only happens once a year. And right now I'm sitting at $31. So here, yeah. So here I had in the beginning of the month $64.13. This is to start the new month. So in November is when it comes out. I want the $66.67 to build up for 12 months. So that means in October, going into November, I need to have that $79.99 already built up. So I wanted to go ahead and leave this in for November so we can start counting November to October and have it fully funded in October. That's one way of kind of figuring your math as far as where is the starting point, where's the ending point, to make sure you have enough. Not that I don't keep enough in the savings account if I was over a little bit. I just wanted to make sure I still had that $6.67 to start with going into December. So it's already here in November, started, and then add another $6.67 going into December. I hope that made sense, but I'm not sure. So $6.67, and that will definitely cover enough for the sinking fund for Disney Plus. And I have a little arrow just to remind me that the rates went up, and that's that. Now, this actually comes out in December, so this will be funded correctly. And this last year was $69.99, and this is $69.99. Unless the rates go up, and I'm not getting notice that it is, then we should be fine. I have a MacBook Air, and I just have like the Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, all the things, and I need the Excel and Word specifically, and I just kind of got them all in case I was going to use them all. And it's one subscription, and it works best. It works pretty good on the Mac, so I really like that. So we're taking here the $64.13 plus the $583, and now December has $69.96. So I'm 3 pennies off, but I'm over $1 up here, so that'll be fine. I might want to adjust that to $5.84. Give me that extra penny, and that'll give me over what I need going forward, and I'll set that up in December. So let's kind of make a note of that. Apple, this is the only Apple subscription I have. Month $5.84. So that's just to remind me, hey, bump it up a penny so it's not off by 3 pennies at the end of the year. So even though we get that much and more in dividends in this account, you know, it's nice to have over than under. So the next thing we have is Orcan Termite Spray. It used to be $88 for a spray, but they also started using granules for the ants, and they have definitely worked much better than just the spray alone on the outside of the house. And that was an extra $9 or $10. So I went ahead and adjusted for that going forward. I had a quarterly spray, which was $95.92. And they also came out and looked at the termite traps and all the things. So that was good. Let's see here. I forgot to... Oh, I put that in the wrong place. Look at me. Talking away and making mistakes. There we go. This is supposed to go $69.96 here because I didn't take anything out yet. I'll take it out and it'll come out automatically next month. So we'll just draw a line here, and then that's that. All right, so we have 221 plus the 57 minus the 95.92. So what I'm doing here as I am putting all this information down is I'm truing up or making it clear exactly what I need in my savings account in order to match what my sinking funds absolutely needs. So that's what we're doing right here. So move this up a little bit as I go further down. And I have a lot more sinking funds this year. And I used to just have just this amount, and they keep growing. Yeah, so adding new things and having, as things pop up and things change in our life, I'm able to add more and create room and space for that. So heating and AC, this is a contract. I save up for all year. They clean, inspect, and I get priority calls for my heating and AC. They come out in the spring and the fall, which they haven't come out yet, and I need to call them and find out, because we have a contract and they're supposed to come out. But I imagine workers and time and availability are scarce, so they've kind of pushed things out a little bit. So they may be delayed or behind in getting their contract obligations taken care of. So, but right now we're sitting at $150 even for heating and AC contract. That comes up next year. City of Chesapeake. I just kind of remember, oh no. I thought I might use it, but I'm not going to. City of Chesapeake, that is our vehicle property tax for both of our vehicles, and then stormwater, which happens in June and December. So I can use this money that's designated for City of Chesapeake, which is the city we live in. We don't have a county, we have a city. It's kind of like our county, but it's called City of Chesapeake, as how we spend it. So in December, I should have a bill. Last year and the previous year, it was $44.10 for stormwater. It's, I think, a maintenance fee in order to cover the storm drains and all that stuff around here. I have no idea. I've never really looked it up. But we have $276.02 at the beginning of the month. Add $57. There you go. And now our new balance is $333.02. So basically, I took whatever we spent in 2019, divided it by 12, and came up with a monthly amount, and that's what I put in here. Cell phone tech, I just throw $100 in there. I don't have to use this. This is just something that technology is always changing. We're always upgrading. We're always needing something. Cords, power, batteries, whatever. Printers. I just actually bought a new printer. Okay, I am back. I had a phone call and I record with my phone, so I got interrupted. Anyway, sorry about the interruption there. Where did I leave off? So I did the City of Chesapeake. I was talking about cell phone and technology. So here I have $119.53. I added 100, and then I took out $180. Now this was to cover the cost in my checking account when you watch my paycheck to paycheck, you'll see this, for, I believe, is Skillshare. And I'm doing classes and things like that they offer on there, enjoying them. I haven't got as much out of it as I want to just yet, but I'm taking my time because there's so much going on. It's the holidays. I probably picked the wrong time to subscribe, but this is for 1 year. So that leaves us $39.53 for cell phone and technology. Now, I put $100 a month in there every month anyway, and that'll build up pretty quickly. So we just dip into it when we have something that has to do with cell phone technology and things like that. And the only reason I actually used it for Skillshare, which is the website where you can take online classes for everything, artists use it, people learning on YouTube to build their businesses and build their brands, and using Etsy and all those things, and a million other, photography and art and painting, and just so much stuff is on there that it's just a little overwhelming, but it's really, really cool. And you get to pick who you want to watch and when and how it works. And so I use this account because my credit card number, if you've seen some of my past videos, was compromised. I had to get a new card. I had a new number. And I had to quickly, because I got an email, your card declined. It didn't work. And I'm like, oh no. And I didn't have my new card number yet. So I had to use my debit card because I don't have any other credit card accounts I could have put it on. And I only have the one. So and I didn't have my husband's card with me, so I was like, I'll just let it run through the checking account, and then I'll change the credit card information later once I get my new number. So I had to pay cash for that, which was fine. I was going to pay cash for it anyway. I just took it out of sinking funds. And when you have a bind, not necessarily like that, but like a really big bind where you need to buy a new tire for your car or anything like that, even though you have these sinking funds, if you know you can build it up later and get back to the right amounts that you need over time before those bills are due, you can use your sinking fund to kind of float you until other money comes in if you need to purchase something right away, like a tire, or like anything for your car maintenance or whatever, unless you have a car maintenance sinking fund, which is not something I have, but you definitely can use and put in here. I actually do have a credit card for the car maintenance stuff, or I take it out of our checking account, depending on the cost. And yeah, that kind of thing. So anyways, I'm going to move on from that. I can talk about that all day long. Christmas fund. I'm leaving $50 in because I like to make sure I have all the money in November before December hits, because I buy most of our Christmas gifts before Black Friday, leading up to Black Friday. I actually go along with Lego.com's VIP weekend. So that's really the sale I'm looking for, to get the freebies and Legos and stuff like that, because I have one son that all he ever asks for Christmas and birthday are Legos. That's all he asks for, nothing else. He can care less about anything else. He just wants Legos. So we are rich in Legos in this house, and that's fine. He's amazing and I love him and I don't mind doing that. So I am almost everything went to the credit card. Part of this money, up to $600 of it was what we saved, and then the rest of it came from like family. So there's $300 of it here from family and all kinds of things. So let's go ahead and put this money here. So obviously I began with $900. I put in $50. I took out $900, so that just leaves $50. And that'll start building back up for next Christmas, and I am good with that. Vacation fund was $200 in the beginning. I took out $50. I took out $250 to cover the hotel was actually more than this, but this paid for part of it, so that was good enough for me. So that's $0. And these are just the small hit or miss, small travels that we do, hotels, weekends, things like that, or activities around where we're at. If we want to do a big vacation fund, you can do vacation funds any way you want. It's either a specific planned trip and you're going to spend thousands of dollars in hotel and activities, or it's just a one weekend, one off here and there where you have a night or two stay, and that's what this vacation fund's for. If I'm going to do something big, I'm going to put it in my other savings categories, and I'm going to have a larger number put in there. That's seemed to work best for us, because we can never plan too far ahead for vacation. If you are active duty family, or if you're a contractor that is dependent on military actions and stuff like that, like my husband is, he's at the mercy of the Navy and their schedule. So a lot of times this time of year is when they're doing workups to leave for 6, 8, 9, 10, 12 months, depending on the schedule and depending on what's going on in the world. They go on deployment, and it's the big one. And so depending on what ship and what cycle you're on, you are at the needs of the Navy. So that's why we've never really done long-term vacation planning, because we've had to work around that schedule. Now, when he switches jobs, hopefully next year or so, when he's done being a contractor, he's ready to get into this other field he's been getting his degree in, then that's when we'll see where I would put more money into vacation and build up a bigger vacation fund. But for right now, this works for us, and this is how we do it, because we never know when he can take time off. P.O. Box, $34 is what I have. I had $17 a month. P.O. boxes are not cheap. $51 built up. I pay mine every 6 months, so in February I think I pay again. I think it's 102, whatever, 17, let's see, 17 times 6. Yeah, 102 for 6 months or 204 for a year. So, and no discounts. I was like, daggone it. Business license, when those things come up with my shop name and the city of Chesapeake and revenue and stuff like that, I have to have all those things taken care of. So that is $60 for right now. Child tax credit, I didn't take anything out, though I'm debating whether I want to use it to pay my credit card off because we spent a lot of money. I'll talk to my husband about that, but for right now, we're going to keep this in here. It is $1,250. We just been saving our child tax credit across the board, and then we're going to see what taxes say and then use it if we need to. If not, then, you know, we'll see. Unless I have to pay off the credit card, then I don't know. We'll see. $12 here. So I started, I've had Xander identity theft insurance for a year, and then I forgot to create a sinking fund. So I put it in this year and I had to pay full, and I paid that, and then now I'm doing a sinking fund for that, as well as Epidemic Sound. I started this year. I'm loving the music for my videos, so if you've noticed the songs and stuff, I hope you're enjoying those. I love them. I hear them on other videos, and I'm like, wow, that sounds so cool. Last month, I meant to take this out of the sinking fund. I wrote it on my son's senior year tracker that I have, but I did not put it in the sinking funds where the money actually sits. So $493.96 minus the $82.49. I'm just truing this up. The money was already taken. I just did not track it properly. So $411.47, which kind of threw the numbers off here a little bit. Canva, that is fully funded. I don't remember when it comes out, but when it does, I will go ahead and put that. In fact, I need to double check what credit card that's on. So Canva is $120. That's the ending balance there. Dividends. This is just some pennies they throw into the account because it's a credit union and you're a member, and this is supposed to make you feel special. I don't know. I'm like, I'll take it, but it's not that much. Okay, $5.34 is what we've built up in dividends. And then Skillshare, I do $15 a month. I don't know if I'm saving any money by, I don't think I am. 80 divided by 12, it's 15. Yeah, I just pay it in full and then have the year. I guess it forces me for the entire year to use it kind of thing. Now, typically I would write total and then do it here, but since it's almost a full page, I'm actually using the numbers or the place at the bottom for the totals. And my paper does not want to scoot up. There we go. So this was my beginning total balance in my sinking funds. This is what I added and up here, and now we're going to total up what I am taking out. And let's hope the math comes out right. Now, I do know how much I should have by the end, but I feel like I made a mistake and I can't figure out if I did or not. And I haven't done this ahead of time. So here we go. Let me total this up and I'll be right back.
Nobody told me to settle down. Day nights and late nights, don't kid around.
Okay, so I have here a total of $1,572.54 that are supposed to be taken out. So I'm gonna make that a negative. I'm gonna hit the plus sign. So if I don't say it out loud, it's just not gonna work. Let's see. No, I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm just gonna do it across at the bottom once I have all the totals. So now I'm gonna go ahead and total these numbers up, make sure they say what I need them to say, and then see if the math works across the bottom. So 30, well, I'll be right back.
But there's something about you I like, about you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you I like.
Okay, so the number I got totaling is up, which is actually $60 more, and I'm wondering why than what I got last night. Did I miss something last night? Let's see. So I have $60 here, business license, and yeah, I missed that last night when I did my original. And that's okay. So I have a little sticky note over here where I was totaling last night, but I realized, yeah, business license, I skipped completely over that, but that's okay. I caught it today, and I can make adjustments. I haven't moved any money around, so I'm good there. $2,799.08 is what needs to be in this account for sinking funds total, so that these ending balances are covered, and anything over that I can move over. Instead of doing an exact number of what I took out, I can, if there's anything more or less than that, I can move that over into paying my credit card, which is where the money's going anyway, because I put everything on the credit card and then I pay it off. I'm paying it off with some of the sinking funds because it's Christmas buying. It's things that I've charged that are annual expenses like Disney Plus and things like that. Sometimes it comes out of just moving money to my checking account, but most of the time, especially this time of year, it's going to come out of my credit. Going to come out of this account, going into my credit card. So let's total these numbers across and see if we get the same number going across. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Just hope it works. All right, $3,698.43. Plus the 673.18 minus the 1572.54. 2,700. Oh, it's off by a penny. Somewhere I did a penny wrong, and that's okay. I don't really care. And I'm trying to think. See, here I had a penny. $60.01. So I may have added a penny here. I will double check the math later. I won't put you through the pain of that. But that is fine. So yeah, I'll come back to that. But as long as I have this amount in there, anything over that's sitting in my checking account right now, which would be $3,519.81, I can subtract this number. I'll double check my math here, make sure I didn't miss a penny here, and then I will make the transfer all that to the credit card because that's where it's supposed to go, and to pay off a lot of the Christmas gifts. And I do have a Christmas tracker, a new one I just put in my shop. I will be showing that at the end of this. Savings tracker. So let's move on to the savings tracker, but that pretty much trues up and closes out the sinking funds. Yeah, we're not doing a whole lot here. Just not doing it. I just, you know, we're having too much fun, and that's okay. So we're not doing anything. We're just adding the interest. I have not moved this home improvement. I don't even have it on screen. I'm sorry, guys. So I have $13,125 for my 6-month savings fund, 3 to 6 month. I'm 72% to my fully funded 3-month that I want. It's a little more than what I need, but it's what makes me feel comfortable. It's $18,125, and we're almost there. So next year we'll definitely be at 3 months, and then we'll slowly work on getting to 6 months. But the goal is to get to 3 months at a minimum, and then add to there. So we're just going to mark this as completed. 125. Travel expense. You know what? I am going to add something there. I'm not going to do it today. I'm not sure how much it is. But if we did 800 is what we like, and $356. Oops. 800 minus $356. There we go. $444. My husband's travel expense claim is coming back. If in the 26 pay check, which is this upcoming Friday, when that does, you'll see it in the paycheck to paycheck video. And I'm going to go ahead and write this here. $444 is what I'm going to put to make this $800. I wasn't going to add anything, but then I remembered I have this travel coming up. And this is just being reimbursed because there's money that he spent on things when he traveled, and it's coming back. So there's that. And then VA education savings. My husband didn't want me to save it. He actually got the VA education deposit. It was only $125. So this is 0. sometimes when he's out to sea, I just put it in the savings account until he gets back, and then he transfers the funds. So that's why I have that there. Home improvement is $2,000. Still waiting on my painter. He's so busy right now. And $24.70 plus the $2.08 in dividends, and we didn't take anything out. So that's $26.78. There we go. So by the end of this month, and since this is short, I do write the totals here at the bottom. Let's total up $2.08. There we go. And so we are going to have a total of $446.08 as far as what's coming in. Nothing came out. And if I add that to the $15,505.70, this is all one savings account. I just compartmentalize it kind of like a sinking fund, but this is what makes sense to me. This is a joint checking savings account that you get. You know, we've had these two accounts forever, like 20, 25 years. And so it's one of those things where did I add something wrong? I'll do that in a second. It's one of those things where we just put we want the emergency fund very close to that checking account so we can transfer funds very quickly and very liquidly. So, $15,505.70 plus $446.08. There we go. That's what I was supposed to do. That means by the end of this month, we should have $15,951.78. Now, I am doing my sinking fund savings tracker a little early before pay because I may be traveling. It's Thanksgiving weekend, and I just want to go ahead and get the numbers ready, and then I'll make transfers on the day of. Thanksgiving's on Thursday. Friday is, kids are out, my son's out of school. My husband's actually off work and all the things. So there's that. Credit card log. Whew, it's crazy. So I started with $600 that rolled in from last month. And then I had normal charges. These yellow highlights are what I expect to get charged to the credit card. And then things like this Lego, which was Christmas decor. And yeah, my Christmas decor includes Legos. It's a thing that my son and I do together, and it's fun. And a lot of times I will get the freebies that they offer during the VIP weekends for Legos, because all he asks for Christmas is Legos. And I always spend enough to get those freebies. So, and they're $20, $30, $40 freebies. So that's pretty cool. And they're always Christmas related in theme, and I really love them. So, but the Christmas decor, I bought some that they had for sale, and I wanted to get as many as I could. You have to do it early if you're going to buy some of the things. Now, I don't buy the $100, $200, $300 ones. I buy the smaller ones. And this was $100, and it was 5 or 6 Lego items. So that's where that came from. Sling TV is our subscription. Innate Chiropractic, my husband and I have been going to chiropractor together, so you might see this a little more frequently. He's needing chiropractic as well as I, and they just do adjustments, and they're amazing. And so I pay for $200 at a time, which lowers the price from $25 a session to $16.66 a session. And I rather pay the cheaper price than the more expensive price. Instant Ink. This is the hotel we spent for the weekend. As you can see, it's more than $250, but I took that and made a payment here. This was compromised. This is one of the transactions, and I still got to figure out how to get this off, but I have it on here so my numbers will be accurate. And as soon as it comes off, I will go ahead and fix that. So Operation Christmas Child, we were given a Christmas Child box with Dollar General, put $25 worth of items in there, mostly school supplies and health care needs and stuff like that. That was on a list with Samaritan's Purse, and then I paid for the $9 tracking, and I paid another $6 to have supplies and donations for classes for these kids to learn more about Christ. So that was a total of $15. And then Erin Condren, I splurged on my Christmas stuff for myself. I bought all my own Christmas stuff. I didn't even tell my husband. I'm like, hey, I just bought this stuff for me. That is on the way. I'm excited to share that. I do have it's not on here. I paid cash for the other one. The Erin Condren winter surprise box. And I bought 2 boxes, and I'll be doing another giveaway in December. Right now, I'm doing a Thanksgiving giveaway for past items that I have that I'm not using, but I want to say thank you and give that away. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and look in the description box. You'll see all the rules, and I'll link the video in the cards up here. So Lego.com, this is my son's gift. Hot Topic, my other son, he loves Hot Topic, WWE, Box Lunch, which has a lot of those, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but really cool Disney or shirts and knickknacks and stuff like that. It's a lot like Hot Topic, but it's more Disney than it is other things. And the Hot Topic had to be broken up because of the way we ordered it. Gamestop, my son got some video games. Now, there's a lot going on here. That's because my son's born on Christmas Eve, and so we have birthday and Christmas back to back, and we always make a big deal out of both. So there's that. TeePublic is where I get my youngest son, who gets Legos, t-shirts, and it's the only place I can find graphic shirts that have Lego on it that are adult size. So I get that. This was a subscription, and then another Lego order. Now I do have a note here. It's not exactly, and I have to go back and find out why. Hot Topic sent, and I think it's because they only sent a partial order and they only charged for a partial order. So there's still another partial order coming, but I had already had it in my log this way. I made a large payment here. This was the overtime money from the last pay period that was left over. That was $1,200, and I added a few more dollars to kind of make that work. But as you can see, I'm still in the $2,000 range, so it's crazy. And then we were at Fridays because we were cutting it close on eating out, and I didn't want to mess with the checking account, so we went ahead and charged our dinner. We went out with some friends that night, so you won't see it in my eating out budget because I wanted to make sure I had enough cash in the checking account. Let's see, Discovery Plus came out, Audible came out, my husband's thing came out, and then another big Lego order. This was $317. I got the freebies with this one. This caught up both my sons in amount of money that we spent based on what these were. Because at first, my oldest son was $200 ahead of my youngest son in what he spent or asked for Christmas. And this put him $100 ahead for my other son. So once I paid this, but that was okay. It's really not the money that matters. If there's a difference, I'll just give one of them cash or something later. Let's see. So that ended this log, and then it goes into this. So let's lift this up. So the previous balance here, I moved it forward, identical numbers, so that's what that is in the first one. And then now I have Best Buy, so I bought a second printer. Now my first printer, it still works great, but when I wanted to do stickers, it would print crooked just slightly, and I couldn't do script stickers without it kind of going off center. And I'm hoping this new printer that I bought will print center properly, and I can cut stickers. If it does not work, then I won't do script stickers for others, but I will do stickers for the shop for this, for budget. I'm only going to do budget stickers. I'm not going to do functional planning and all that stuff. I'll do expense stickers, and I'll do this headers at the top, and you can put them in your planners, and it's just a new product I'm putting into my shop besides the digital. So that is that. I want to get a designated printer for just that. Here we go. So credit card. Now the last thing I have, it's a lot of stuff going on. Christmas. So this is all those transactions you saw for my son's Legos and Amazon, or yeah, Legos, and then TeePublic, and you know, he just gets Legos. That's all he gets. And then my other son, so this is Jack, and this is Justin, and then this is like Hot Topic WWE. I wanted something I could track my spending, as well as if they was shipped, arrived, all that good stuff, and when I bought it and all the things. So I thought this was a great idea. Now I have this in my shop. Obviously it doesn't have this. I do have, okay, I'm back. So I printed this for myself. Christmas spending, I did it in my Christmas headers and stuff like that. And then I gave myself a few lines when it shipped, when it arrived. This is what I made for myself. As you can see, even though my husband and I have been spending, I didn't even write that stuff down. I do need to go back and do that. But I have like 3 sections here, and I really enjoyed this. This looked really good, and I thought, hey, maybe this would be something good in my shop. So to make it a little more generic so anybody could use it, I have Christmas spending here, and you can just kind of put their name in here. I like this. It's got the date that you purchased, the store, you can go, you know, their name and the store, online, or tracking number. So if you want more detailed information, I give enough, hopefully enough room for that. The amount that was spent, and here in shipping, instead of check marks like this, here you can go shipped, and you can put the date and arrive date, and then, you know, maybe, and do check marks. Whatever you want to do in this section, you can do. So that's totally up to you. But you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines, and then a totals line. So if you have 3 people, you need to buy gifts for that. If you're a family of 4 or 6, whatever, you can print as many as these want. When you get 1 sheet, but you print them, and so in groups of 3s. And so I think this turned out really, really cute. I like how it looks. And this is actually printed on just regular copy paper here. Typically I use a bright white. I don't know if you can tell the difference on how white this is compared to this. But if you just use regular copy paper, it still prints very nicely. Mine are just done on bright white because that's the paper I prefer. And I forgot to change the printer paper when I printed this one off. So it's a little more translucent, but that's okay. But yeah, I thought this was a really neat idea. If you like it, go check out my shop, Lisa's Faith Budget Plan. It's in the description box below, and you can use this to kind of keep track and keep straight in your mind how much you spent for who and what. and if you are limiting yourself on how much or how many items, this is a great way to kind of keep that in check. Great for stocking stuffers if you're trying to track that. Whatever you're spending, this is a good way to keep this in check for yourself. So yeah, that is what I have. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel. Normally I would just zoom out and close out this video, but I'm just going to go ahead and close it out here. But I hope you have an amazing and blessed day, and I will see you in the next video. I'm not quite sure what they're going to be, but I will get them all up, and hopefully I can keep up with them for the end of the month, going into closing out December and going into closing out November, going into December. Whew. Not ready for the new year yet, but it's coming very quickly. So yeah, I hope you have an amazing and blessed day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
I get too drunk and too scared.